We're Elena and Cody Hunt. This year we got married, bought a van, and turned it into a tiny home on wheels. Now we've set off on an adventure to visit all 50 states within a year.
On the last episode of One Van No Plan, you witnessed the start of our great American road trip and how van life for us so far has pretty much been a breeze. But in this episode, you'll begin to see our struggles and what happens when the road gets a little rocky.
You dare go up that way. 40 square foot shared living space starts to get to us.
It doesn't make sense when we need to have our car to sleep in tonight.
And we make several rookie drone mistakes.
But it gives Cody a chance to use his MacGyver skills.
Leads us to our first human interaction since the start of our journey.
And gives us the opportunity to experience even more of God's beautiful creation. Join us and witness firsthand what it's like to live in one van.
With no plan.
Yeah, movie night.
In our last episode, you saw how our awning connected to the back of our van for extra leisure space. In this episode, we wanted to show you our full awning setup and how it can also be connected to the side of our van. Make sure to subscribe to our channel because in later videos we'll show you how to make your own DIY van life awning for less than $40.
Meanwhile, everyone at home during the coronavirus is doing puzzles. We do a puzzle every night to make our bed. This little sheet. Just sort of tuck it in. I never liked making my bed, but I feel like this is gonna make a new habit for me. Can you stop recording? We fell asleep watching a movie and woke up to much colder temperatures. So hot coffee and breakfast were a must.
Yeah, it's so cold in the van, you can see our breath right now. Ooh, that toast looks good.
All we had left were the ends of bread, so I thought it'd be cool to make French toast.
That's a great idea. I'm bundled up. It rained all night last night. We just got into Todd Lake right as it started to rain, and it rained hard, and it rained all night long, and then the temperature dropped at least 10 degrees. It was very cold.
Really
but we're smelling good in the van right now, about to eat some French toast and have coffee. Delicious. So we're trying to figure out some more of our route. We're 100% without service, so we had to pull out the trusty Atlas. Yeah, so we know it's about 20 minutes into town. So 8 times 13, that would be... So that'd be 96. 96 miles to your package-ish.
Okay, I'm clearly not on my game, so a cup of coffee and a comb through the hair later, we're ready to put our brains together to find out what our next destination will be.
But it started to get warm outside, so I thought it was time for a long walk.
During our walk, we happened upon Todd Lake Recreational Area. It was very beautiful, and I could not wait to put my hook in the water.
So, Cody fished for about 4 hours.
And I didn't even get a nibble.
And on our way out, we saw a sign that said, "This lake is not stocked with fish. It is drained once a year."
Which basically means there's no fish in the lake.
So, discouraged, we headed back to camp to do some chores and cook dinner. Giving wash basin awash.
While our city girl was dodging briars by the creek, I was dealing with wet firewood and trying to cook dinner.
So our fire died out while we were making food. Cody got it started back up again. He's my fire king. Ain't that right? You got dirt all over your face.
The next day, we woke up determined to find a spot where we could catch the big one.
So we drove to the one place in Todd Lake that had cell service. Cody renewed his fishing license, and we enjoyed the view. We were fortunate enough to run into some friendly locals who gave us some tips.
Next door. Just stay on that road, and you'll hit the next door, and it'll be in what they call Braley Branch.
Okay.
And 257. Take a left there and stay on that road straight all the way to the top of the mountain. When you get to the top of the mountain, hang a left, and that'll take you right to the other side.
And if you remember all the directions of all the places he's told you to go.
Well, I do pretty good. And he does a great job though too, because I was just now thinking about that pond I'm about to head to, and I was thinking about the right and then the right and the left. I got you.
Yep.
I got you. Thank you so much.
Because I just sit here and laugh as he tell more and more and more.
That's what she does to me though too. I'll be the same way, and she'll be laughing at me too.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys have a good one.
You've all be careful.
You as well.
We were really fortunate to run into those people. Elena was excited to talk to some other humans for the first time in a while, and I was excited to get some insider information on a pond that had just been stocked with spotted trout. But now we're on our way to Braley Pond to catch some trout for dinner.
Cody is hoping to catch a fish. That's all he's been wanting to do for the past week.
Sorry, Elena doesn't like when I fish all the time. But if I catch a few big ones early on, I won't fish through like the rest of the trip.
So he says. We are at Braley Pond. Cody hopefully will catch some fish. He's grabbing all of his gear. Sporting this haven't washed my hair in a long time hairstyle. It's doing okay. Looking forward to a shower.
Gonna get the drone out today and play with it, see if we can learn how it works. I wanna just see how many people's up here and see if this is like a drone worthy place. I don't want to lose the drone.
Yeah.
I don't want to bother people if they're enjoying their time.
Yeah.
We seem very secluded at Todd Lake, so we'll definitely go back and play over there too.
Cool. They're closing the roads. Of course, I didn't film the ranger telling us. But they're closing the roads. All the lakes, all the ponds. COVID-19, you suck. How do you feel?
Well, the guy was really nice. I asked him if he was checking licenses, and he just said, no, I have to close the pond. So I asked him if Alcorn was closed too. He said yes, but he said that we can fish up in the creek. Just the road itself is closed. So really cool guy. So I think we're going to go play in the creek for just a little bit. The creek ended up being way too shallow to fish in, and due to the road closures, we had to take treacherous mountain roads all the way back to camp. This is the first evidence of COVID-19 we'd run into since we escaped to the wilderness.
Don't you dare go up that way. Cody. Stop. I was skeptical at first, but Cody ended up finding the perfect spot to play with our drone.
Here's some of our footage from that first practice drone flight. Excuse the shakiness. It was a little bit windy that day, and like I said, this was our first time ever trying to fly a drone. Here you can see some of the dirt roads we had to travel. And look how beautiful those mountains are. there's Luna. And there I am, trying to figure out how to steer. And there's Elena. And there's a tree.
There it is.
Oh, thank God.
This one.
Well,
Found it.
that was fun.
All right, let's go try again.
Actually, the drone battery had died, so we went back to camp and let it charge overnight. The next morning, Cody was so eager to fly the drone again that he didn't even take off his pajamas.
I didn't want to get the drone stuck in any more tree branches, so I decided to take it above the tree line. As soon as I did, a wind caught it, and I lost complete control. Here you see the drone do a flip in midair. And then, this happens.
Well, day 2 of playing with the drone. Not going so well. The drone got itself caught in the tallest tree ever. The very top of that one. Can't really see it, but it's definitely not a tree you can just shake loose. I have no idea what's gonna happen. We might have to hope for some really large winds. Oh, she's shaking.
Come on, come on. I got so excited. I've got both cameras up and I'm recording in case it does fall. What's pretty great is that we don't have anything else to do but watch. We have nothing else to do today but watch this drone and see if the wind blows it out. I might make a slingshot in a little bit, but we're not going anywhere, we're not doing anything, so really, we're just standing here watching to see if it falls out on its own. Should I go push the tree?
That big stump?
I mean, maybe. You never know. I could help a little bit. I'm gonna go push the tree.
All right, baby. Good luck. Use your left leg, not your hurt one. How's the shaking coming? It's like 3 times your size and width. I could have told you that. Well, we might be here all day. And that's okay. Just hoping that the wind will blow our little drone.
Come on, wind.
Goodness. This is the life we live. Wouldn't rather do it with anyone but you.
That's sweet. I think it's slingshot time.
Oh, brother.
Alright, let's see how this works.
Let's see how this works. You don't know how it's gonna work?
Well, I've never slingshotted a drone out of a tree before.
Oh my goodness.
Normally, you need some sort of thing to hold the rocks that'll let go perfectly. So I might have to make this strap or something, but for now, let's just see how this rock fires. That's why you need a strap.
I have no idea how this is gonna go.
Gorilla tape. Firepower. I think it means more bungees. Oh, I got pretty high. Got about 3/4 of the way up the tree. Here.
Oh no. Pretty high.
Come on, baby. Come on, come on. I'm watching it in live time, and it's shaking quite a bit.
Come on, baby. It's time to do dishes and eat.
All right.
We've really started to get into a groove with our dishwashing. Elena does the scrubbing.
And Cody does the rinsing. We always use biodegradable soap, especially when doing our dishes in a creek. That way, it's not harmful to the environment.
After dinner, we got back to planning more of our route, and you can see in these clips that the week's events had begun to take their toll on us.
I'm just so cold.
Right now?
I'm ready. No, just in general. I'm ready to move south.
Oh, yeah. Well, me too.
Should definitely avoid, like, metropolitan areas.
So we're going to get on the Blue Ridge Parkway here. So is there any places along the way that we could stay other than Walmart?
These state parks right here.
Lake Norman State Park.
Little PD State Park.
You want to go there?
I don't know, maybe. Let's look them up.
This is one of our options, rather.
That's our other option. That's another option. So
you don't want to head this way?
But
Any beaches
so
are
this is our one
closed.
option down there. Okay. Here's our other option.
stop. Saw a lightning out there. Which I know I didn't see lightning, so it makes me think that there's somebody with flashlights out there. And we could also stop at any Walmarts or anything along the way that say
Just
that
to
they're
stay
good
for a
just
night.
to stay for a night. You stressed?
No, I'm not stressed.
So anyway, if we wanted to beeline to Savannah,
I think I got it. We'll take the Blue Ridge Parkway. We'll get on in Waynesboro at the start of the Blue Ridge Parkway. We'll take the Blue Ridge Parkway down almost to Roanoke, and then we'll get off in Vinton to get your packages. Then we'll do some fishing. We'll do a day of fishing.
we'll take 77 across the state line through Jonesville, Statesville, through Charlotte.
Continue to take 77, I think, yeah, all the way down to Congaree National Park.
And we'll do whatever puts us in the least amount of contact with people.
Yeah. Awesome.
We're tired of the cold.
Yeah, it's been really cold.
We're tired of the
freezing.
woods. Not tired of it, but
I'm not tired of the woods.
After a week in the woods, I want a little bit of surface and a little bit of normalcy. A shower. So, the drone is still up in the tree. The tree has not blown over. It has not been chopped down by Cody.
I would have climbed it, even though it's the tallest tree in the whole wide forest. But the doctor says I can't climb for another 4 months. So
I think we have to say goodbye to our little drone that we use
still praying
twice.
for a big gust of wind on the way out. Right as we crank up the car. I mean, wasteful. How are we gonna get up there and get it?
No, I know. I just meant like we're not like
I tried to
willy-nilly
slingshot-
like, oh, we can
tried
buy
to
another
slingshot
one.
it with bungee cords and it didn't work.
I'm just saying we got it from wish.com.
Well, I
But I'm
wish I
still-
had it down off the tree. I should have just listened to the directions and to my wife when she said not to fly it so high.
And
I'm
the moral
upset-
of the story is
I'm upset at
always listen to your wife.
Yeah, I'm upset at myself. That's the thing. I'm upset at myself.
All right, we're headed out. We're leaving Todd Lake.
Well, I guess our drone is gone to be with the great drones in the sky. This land's probably watched that tree grow up for 100 years. Now it's the tallest tree around. Now it watches the land grow up.
We don't go out this way. We don't go out this way. It's really rough.
Now it's watching the land grow. Hold on, I'm trying to give a beautiful speech. And now that tree watches the land grow up.
drone is in the top of that tree. And I hope that it's there for another 100 years. And I hope that in millennia from now, when these trees grow up to be the future great sequoias of California, the great giant forests of the world, they'll chop down one of these trees one day, or it'll fall down, and embedded, gnarled in its branches will be that drone still there. And they're gonna look at it and say, what is this ancient piece of equipment? It's so rudimentary. And they'll be able to point to an older time and say, looks like in the year 2020, there was people who were here and they were camping. Extraordinary. Now it's a tall tree desert.
Next time on One Van No Plan. Just when we think we're out of the woods, things take a turn for the worse.
Yeah. So we have a flat tire.
How?
It's worse than flat. If it were a flat tire, I could deal with it.
Use your core.
Will we find a safe place to stay for the night?
Thank you for calling the Area Welcome Center. Due to state and federal regulations pertaining to the coronavirus, we are temporarily closed.
Will we be able to get Luna up and running for the rest of our journey?
And will Cody finally catch the big one?
Subscribe to find out next time on One Van No Plan.